where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun the command of the masses. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun diary Politico. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo, this man not dey off in mind. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don't come. Oh yo yo. Aha! Now you not done here. All these bad politicians, them we call themselves politicians. Where they thief our money, we no want make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary Politico. Maiyegun awa mo.
Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you. This is Maiyegun live. Share the broadcast.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you so much, and thank you very much for joining me. As you are joining, especially if you are joining on YouTube, I've seen people asking, Maiyegun, what is your YouTube channel? Come on, just search for Maiyegun's Diary Politico. If you're watching me on Facebook or on Twitter, it's the same, Maiyegun's Diary Politico, and you won't miss anything. Do that. And as you are joining the Temple of Truth tonight, remember your offering. Like the video. Share it too. Just to give you an idea of what we are going to talk about, so that you can prepare how you want to order for the thunder that will strike the wearies, the ass lickers, the boot lickers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers and co, all of them, and including the clans of the Buhari idiots. Prepare yourself. We're going to talk about what Malami dropped yesterday, which we called dog whistle. And today, Fulani terrorists, they invaded Abolongo Correctional Center, which is a prison, a medium security prison, where this man, remember him, Wakili, is being held. From the information we have gathered tonight, they have told us that after they broke into the prison, released all the inmates, including all the Fulani terrorists in that place. We are yet to know if they have managed to help us recover Wakili, or he is one of those who escaped. We are waiting. That happened today. That is exactly what Malami and gang have been doing, setting up things that looks like, oh, how could this happen? Then they turn around and say, these are the people behind it. Same way Malami dropped it yesterday, that IPOB was those who attacked Obas of Lagos Palace. I'm very happy that Afenifere responded and they said, our sons are not terrorists, which is true. Ohaneze Igboho came out and they said, Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist and IPOB is not a terrorist organization, but they have to do more. Because you see the people they are dealing with, They are dealing with terrorist apologists, terrorist sympathizers that will call you terrorist, while real terrorists are called bandits and vandals. So I'm very happy about that. So we're going to talk about the bombshell. And good enough, I have some videos. They are just reminders to let you know that the gaslighting they are setting up for southern Nigeria, these guys have already broken Nigeria into two. And if you pay attention very well to how they are, progressing with their policies, their agenda and everything, you know you need nobody, okay? You need no one to tell you that you are in a country that is ruled by two laws, one for you, one for them. What else will make you now understand that the criminality that they are sponsoring and defending and promoting is legal in their book? You fighting back or trying to fight back makes you a criminal. So if you don't agree with them, all they have to do, let me tell you something, what I found out. The day they wanted to go and kill Sunday Igboho, that day, the job was to kill him and then unleash their Fulani terrorists in our forests on all of us. So they will call them unknown gunmen, unknown this, unknown that. So Malami will then come out and say, Yorubas have started doing unknown gunmen because of Igboho. Therefore, we are prescribing Yoruba Nation agitation. Anybody walking about as a Yoruba Nation agitator or campaigner is a terrorist. So you will become a terrorist for asking for Yoruba Nation, just like they did with the Biafrans. Do you understand that now? They thought killing Nnamdi Kanu would trigger some people to react and they can leverage on it, right? Bring in their unknown gunmen that will start killing and killing people. So they will say, you see, now them, look at them now. We need to crush them because they are terrorists. Meanwhile, right before your eyes, they are telling you never to call terrorists. You should call them bandits. You should call them vandals. Listen, it is all their plan. And some of you, somehow, ignorantly, can't see through all of this. Nigeria is already divided. They just haven't made it official. I will help them make it official. The moment all of you understand that your Nigeria, which makes you a Nigerian, is done. They know it. So, when they couldn't kill Nnamdi Kanu, they waited and waited. Then Nnamdi Kanu just resurfaced. When he resurfaced, they re-strategized. These people didn't protest that we killed 28 people. They didn't come out to fight so that we can kill more and we can then call them terrorists. Despite the fact that people didn't come out, they still pressure their governors and their politicians in Eastern Nigeria to come out boldly with a written statement read by Devulumayi. Devulumayi now led the Eastern Governors Bloc and proscribed IPOB, since the plan initially was to kill Nnamdi Kanu. So that people would say, oh, they are protesting, oh, they've killed Nnamdi Kanu, the Eastern, then they will just declare them terrorists. Then give the soldiers access, the license to kill anybody who tried to protest that they killed Nnamdi Kanu. Since they couldn't kill him, they still continue with the plan anyway. You know what? Proscribe them, they are terrorists. For the fact that Nnamdi Kanu escaped the bullet that we wanted to kill him, declare them terrorists. Not because they committed anything, no. Not because they had a fight, oh. Not because of anything. But that's the plan. Suddenly, Nnamdi Kanu just resurfaced with a different vigor and determination, clearer message. Nnamdi Kanu that resurfaced finally said, listen, guys, my messages initially might have made all of you feel so angry, so kind of, distanced. But listen, I mean no harm to all of us who have been trapped in this contraption. Listen, if we want to get out of this, Nnamdi Kanu himself said, we need to be friends with the Yorubas. We need to be friends with the Middle Beltans. We need to be friends with everyone. In fact, we are going to establish a Radio Biafra in the northern Nigeria. This message is for everybody to understand the fact that the gamer, these criminals, are using everybody as a game. And the more the violence, the more the killings, the longer they stay in power. So the more divided we are, the longer they stay in power. So what do you think when Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced? He decided to start meeting with people, linking up with people. His messages started changing. He started addressing people now as all of us in this together. Do you see how that changed? People began to say, okay, that didn't go down well with them. And what did they do? It was another time. Since they've proscribed them as terrorist organization, and Nnamdi Kanu resurfaced with ESN, this is like a war. Is an opportunity for politicians to manage to give money to IPOB, since they can't give the money to them, as a terrorist organization that Malami and gang call them. So what do? Let's bring in the unknown gunmen. The media will do the rest of the job for us. Suddenly, immediately ESN came out. Unknown gunmen also came out. These unknown gunmen, they were never caught in action. You have never heard anywhere where they said unknown gunmen and military, they are fighting. Unknown gunmen and police, they are clash. Nothing like that. Unknown gunmen just go to police station. They will tell the police officers to take the back door. Then they will release inmates. Then they will burn the police station and they will go away. Then the news will say unknown gunmen burn down police station. Say unknown gunmen. Which one be unknown gunmen again? And they brought all different efus analysts on different platforms, different article writers, different, they call them, what do they call them? These people with the influencers. You call them influencers. Everybody started debating. This must be, there's no other people. Which one is all this thing? They are the IPOB. They are the ESN. Because that was what they expected the first time they tried to kill Nnamdi Kanu, where everybody actually thought they killed him. They expected a sort of an uprising that they would then unleash military, kill as many people as possible, then declare them terrorist organization, then continue every other onslaught that you are watching today. Since that didn't happen, even those efus, those intellectuals, those people who speak a lot of grammar, and they know a lot about IPOB, they have so much understanding of IPOB when they have no jack shit understanding of anything. Because they expected it 3 years ago, 4 years ago. That, with all this crowd following Nnamdi Kanu, they killed 28 people in his house. And we don't even know if they killed him. And all of you just go inside. You don't do any protest, nothing. So all of you now mouth una get. So when ESN came, they were scared. Nnamdi Kanu don't pass the level of just talk. The guy has volunteers in tens of thousands all over Igbo land, even outside Igbo land. Volunteer to be part of the internal security of Igbo land, Biafra land. That is too powerful. Now, to those who are already planning the havoc they are committing today, it was an opportunity. Okay, yes, ESN. We have the media. We have the control over the guns and everything. Let's move them in, call them unknown gunmen, let them operate as much as they want, let them break into prisons, free inmates, do all of these things, and tell the media they are done by unknown gunmen. And don't search. All of you analysts, all of you go on social media, go on TV, go on radio, start telling people that there is the unknown gunmen are IPOB, the unknown gunmen are led by Nnamdi Kanu. Please help us. And they actually pay people to do that. And guess what? Is working among them. And those who are funding that, they plotted the same thing for us in Yoruba land. How can we deal with this man that is now talking about Yorubas protecting Yoruba land against Fulani terrorists? How did they even know about all these things we have in the pipeline? this guy is a threat. And if you are a threat to Fulani hegemony, Fulani subjugation, in Nigeria of today, you are a threat to Nigeria. Think about that. Fulanis are not threats to Nigeria. Fulani terrorists are not threats to Nigeria. Do you understand? But you trying to fight back those terrorists is like you fighting Nigeria. That is why their soldiers are more in southern Nigeria, looking for troublemakers who want to break Nigeria. Because in northern Nigeria, the Fulani terrorists committing all these crimes, kidnappings and killings, they are not trying to break up Nigeria because Nigeria has already broken up. According to them, all of you are just too stubborn. Nigeria is their own, and every part of Nigeria is owned by them. The government of the day is not government of Nigeria. It's the government of Fulani terrorists, the Fulani elite and the terrorists they sponsor. How can you not sense that? So it's already broken. It's just not official yet. So how dare you come out to say Fulanis and their cows cannot roam about anywhere in Nigeria? Who gave you that right? What makes you think you have that in this new Nigeria that some of you don't even realize that that's the new Nigeria you are in? You may think, oh, hey, God help us, oh, God do this and that. Oh, you are living in a new one created by them. And the longer it lasts, the longer some of you would have to come to that reality. I mean, the sooner you know, the better for you. So Igboho rose up and said, we need to protect Yoruba land. Against who? Against Fulani terrorists invading us. That's the point. The issue of Yoruba Nation and the rest of that, they are all secondary. The primary things that happened was security of lives and properties of Yoruba people. And that was made Igboho a target. So what would have happened is this. The day they went to Igboho's house to kill him, where they killed 2 people. Let me see if I still, because they are the images I just don't want to do away with until we have justice. When they killed these 2 people inside the Oloye Sunday Igboho's house, the intention then, was that they will kill him. Then they will wait if Yorubas are going to start protesting so that they can unleash their soldiers on Yoruba land, kill as many people as possible, then declare Yoruba Nation campaigners as terrorist organization. Guess who is going to describe what is terrorism to us? Malami. That is why the old trick of divide and rule, is being tried to be deployed. Since that day when they couldn't kill Igboho, so, and they didn't have him in their custody, they went to Benin Republic to help them arrest Igboho if they see him. And Benin Republic arrested him. But Benin Republic is now asking them, give us the evidence of the crime he committed so that we can use that in our courts for us to be able to send him back to you. They said, no. He's a terrorist. He's trying to divide Nigeria. He's into gun running. He's moving guns into Nigeria. So we want him. Please give him to us. So, fine, we heard all of that. Can you give evidence of that? Because from what we have here with us now, this man that you are looking for, your court in Nigeria said you should stop looking for him because he's committed no crime. We have that evidence here. At the same time, in your court, we have it here that this man you are looking for, has already won a case against you for going to invade his house. The court awarded 2 billion naira against Nigeria. You haven't paid that money. You haven't appealed that judgment. You haven't received another judgment to counter it. And you are not giving us evidence. We can't just give him to you. That was when they started the diplomatic abracadabra for the past 2 years in one of the many of the unacknowledged economic sabotage, economic jihad that Bokohari's government unleashed on us as Yoruba people. It shut the border between the Yoruba land and Benin Republic, and it's shut that border for the past 2 years now. He said he shut the border to stop smugglers. But guess what? As the southern border got shut from smugglers of food and everything, northern border is declared completely open for the past 2 years for incursion of terrorists that are now putting us in this state of where we are now. So this came up as a bit of leverage. If they give them Igboho, they will open the border. Benin Republic is asking them to open the border, and they will give them Igboho. So the point they wanted to arrive at is that if to say Igboho is in their custody, they would have unleashed unknown gunmen in Yoruba land. And let me tell you how that division is going to work. Would have worked for them. They will have Igboho in custody. They will have Nnamdi Kanu in their custody. Having these two ringleaders of the self-determination struggle, which they consider as a war against Fulani incursion and invasion of Nigeria. Having the two of them in their custody is good enough to say people started unknown gunmen. Same way they told you that because of Nnamdi Kanu, that is why unknown gunmen are in eastern Nigeria. And some of you believe that. So having Igboho in their custody, unleashing unknown gunmen that will be burning down police stations, killing prominent people, breaking into prisons, burning government buildings, hunting down and kidnapping people, they will say they are the Yoruba Nation agitators who turn to unknown gunmen. And guess what? Because in Yoruba land, they already have their Buhari idiots, the Buhari dames, the Buhari dideris, the Buhari dinotus, the Buhari dijatus, even Buhari shukus, ungoziaris, unmekaharis, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, and humbled slaves. They have them in plenty in Yoruba land who are going to do the same thing I told you they are doing for the Biafrans and IPOB. Linking them to unknown gunmen that never clashes with the military. They never clashes with the police. But they will go on and operate. When they are done, that is when the military will now come out and say unknown gunmen burn down police station for 2 hours. No response. So these Agberos, these Lagos Abobakus, these Oshogbo Alimajiris, they would have gone on radio in Yoruba land. They would have started telling people, because Malami would have said, IPOB, they are working with Yoruba Nation. They are the unknown gunmen. They are the one killing people, destroying properties, burning houses, doing this, doing that. And because of that, they need military to go after you, go after me, and they will start picking innocent people, all of you. They will call you unknown gunmen. And people will justify that. So, since that didn't work, they didn't, like in Nnamdi Kanu's case, since they didn't succeed in killing Igboho or capturing him, the plans still have to go on. But not like in Biafra. In Yoruba land, they are not getting the support they need. In fact, they don't trust those they call their allies in Yoruba land, whereby they don't even trust them with power. Same way they don't trust the Igbos with power. They don't trust us, the Yorubas, with power. Trust me, they don't. Before, they've managed to leverage and manage to work together. But you see what these guys have done in this their new Nigeria, If you are a Yoruba man and you are singing their praises, you are jumping up for your swagger, good luck. Good luck with that. So they would have started killing people. They would have started burning properties. If you don't believe me, ask yourselves, where do you think the idea of the #1 law officer in Nigeria to go on national TV and he was comparing ban on open grazing, is comparing that with what if the North also ban spare parts? and somebody is saying you are tribalist, you are tribalistic, you are racist, you are this and that for asking for Biafra, for asking for Yoruba Nation. They are calling you selfish. They are calling you this and that. But number one law officer in Nigeria, who has released over 8,000 repentant terrorists, he called them. The same guy who has released over 300 Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, ISWAP and the rest of them leaders in the past 6 years alone, secretly without any legal backing. The same guy went on national TV, Malami, and said the governors of southern Nigeria, they are against Nigeria for banning open grazing, movement of cows on foot, which has caused so much destruction, clashes, killings, that they said only rural grazing area or national livestock will resolve it. Number one law officer of Nigeria compared spare part business with cattle rearing business. Both are private businesses, but spare parts owners are renting shops, buying lands, building malls where they display their business, paying taxes to different states where they operate. Yeah? Cattle rearers are called nomads. They said they are nomadic. They move from one place to another. They don't pay any tax. And the law on trespassing, there's a law, they say trespassers are liable to be prosecuted. Don't trespass on this land, because lands ownership in Nigeria have owners, or lands have owners. Government of Nigeria now said the reason why terrorists are killing people is because people are not welcoming their cows. They are telling them to take their cows away, and they are Nigerians. They are supposed to have their cows everywhere. So to find solution to that, they have to do what is called national livestock. The national livestock is the disguised lie for what you call rural grazing area. So when your number one law officer of a country decided to go tribal because he knows that 80%, if not more, of those who deals in spare part business all over Nigeria, they are Biafrans. The southern Nigeria is not just of Biafrans. Southern Nigeria comprises other nationalities, which includes mine, the Yoruba Nation. But to Malami, all of us from southern Nigeria, we are Biafrans for asking for ban on open grazing. So he decided to compare spare part business with cattle business, which are supposed to be private businesses. But in their own case, in Nigeria that you are now, cattle business is a national business. Anybody dealing in cattle and is a Fulani, listen to me, is a national project manager. Therefore, he is as free as the Fulani government of Nigeria, the FGN. That is the interpretation of the number one law officer of Nigeria. Therefore, if you say you want to ban open grazing, what if the northern governors say they ban spare part business? That is the sense that the number one law officer of Nigeria has. The same guy now knows that the only way they can sustain this madness is to keep the division widened. If not, we did alive last year when these hoodlums in government, these bandits in government, hoarded the coronavirus palliative food that they were supposed to give to poor people who were on lockdown and were unable to open their businesses. As the criminals at the top are looting the money they are budgeting, collecting gifts here and there, we didn't know that as the thing they calm down, it just they hang. We didn't know that even kings, them be shara in our palliatives. As many of you turn to social media beggars, please, sir, even if not 2K, to feed my family this evening, please help me, sir. Anything anybody can help me with, please help me. We are starving, we are hungry. As you are dealing with that, Shadia, the former girlfriend of Bokohari, who now got a new ministry as compensation for the good job done for Bokohari when Bokohari was still active. The office that Ikene Shatabandu, fake Pastor Ruga, created for himself, since they have no job for him, since they joined the government, they have no job for him. Instead of being the vice president, like they told you, that Oshunbade will be leading, okay, this is how they put it. They said Bokohari will be fighting physically as a retired soldier to fight terrorists. Pastor Ruga Ikene Shatabandu is going to be fighting spiritually and the economy to fight every economic terrorism and all of that. So until when everybody arrived in that villa, they realized that Nasakaman J, Ikene Shatabandu, that was supposed to be leading in economic spiritual prayer, they turned him to special advisor to Bokohari on burial arrangements, condolences matters, and what do you call it? Trader money. They turned him to Agbowoni Baba Oja of Nigeria. In the process of it was a good job. They were giving him money to share money, to lift people out of poverty. The economic idea to lift people out of poverty was to give them 10,000 naira. So that when they pay back, they will collect 20,000 naira. When they pay back, they will collect 30,000. And before you know it, 10 million people will be out of poverty. A very genius idea of a kind of economist, fake Pastor Ruga. He created that office when they turned him to condolences advisor to Bokohari, burial arrangement and all of that. Immediately, they managed to deceive the gullibles, the mumus, the Buhari idiots, the Sai barbarians, those ones that always blame everybody for their problems but themselves. When they deceived them, Bokohari just took that from him. I said, that's enough. Shadia, Shebi, you know how to cook. Shadia said, yes. Megida said, Yawa, a new ministry for you. Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. You will be the one as the mother of all the poor Nigerians. For you to know that this is now your own office, so we go give you 500 billion. Maybe we'll take lunch. What do you think, Shadia? Shadia was like, now me they cook for Bokohari. Whenever Bokohari go mission, now me be the person where they handle the mission. And all the boys will come with Bokohari, driver, Neo, what do you call it? A speech writer, Neo, anybody where they will come with Bokohari. Now Shadia, they cook for them. Person where they cook for 5-6 people, where Bokohari enjoyed, when Bokohari still get Mozu. How would that be difficult to cook for 20 million poor Nigerians? In fact, the Buhari idiots, they were so grateful. They trusted Shadia until Corona came. When Corona came, Shadia now came out in full color. Around that time, they don't lock up Ikene Shatabandu. They don't lock him inside the room. Let me give you one of the time that Ikene Shatabandu was promoting his economic idea, including how to feed children. So many things he did. But immediately they got back in 2019, they took it away from him. Professor of law, nítorí Ọlọ́run. Oh, nah. Promotion, no. All of that, na Shadia come in every time. Corona now came. People no fit go work. There's no, lockdown. Everybody have to stay away. Make una no die of corona. Last, so now hunger was killing people than coronavirus. To the point that even CNN, America, United Nations, World Health Organization, everybody was shocked. That, oh boy, we thought corona will wreak havoc in Nigeria. Oh, but everybody don't pass corona level, forget corona. Now, these rich people people know say na hunger they kill people there. So if to say they are putting the tally, they say 60 people positive, 30 negative, say 1,000. You remember when they were sharing the data every day, telling you about corona, all those things we didn't know. Now for job, Shadia came out all of a sudden, from nowhere. First in 2020, around March, April, like magic, Shadia said she shared 500 billion to 10.6 million household. How? Now 500 billion. How you get their account? How you take? Then they shared the picture of people collecting 20,000 naira in Imo, collecting 20,000 naira in Abuja, collecting 20,000 naira in Sokoto, collecting 20,000 naira in Zamfara, collecting 2020. They just took the pictures, they uploaded the picture. If we no agree, we will go die. We don't share them. We need to save other people because this corona will last 1 year. We didn't know they opened office. Others, they collect their own rabao everywhere. Everybody, they draw serious money. They were even borrowing money. And people were wondering, where is this money? I have not been to work for the past 3 months. They said they will give us food. They said they will give us rice. What's going on? I shared the food day inside King's Palace in Lagos. Some of the honorables in Lagos, House of Assembly, some of them don't collect the rubber. They have changed the bag. Some prepackaged it for their birthday so they can use it as palliatives for poor people that will come to their birthday so that they can pray for them. As honorable, if not because of you, hunger won't kill us. This country too worse. Thank you, honorable, for giving us this rice. Rob Peter to pay Paul. Use Abu money to entertain Abu. Yoruba says, Fiowo Abu she Abula lejo. That means you use Abu money to entertain Abu. Abu will be thanking you, not knowing that you are using his own money from his pocket that you picked from his pocket to entertain him. Abu, you want suya? Yes, sir. Suya. Say, Abu, Abu, you want fried rice with chicken? Sir, no problem, sir. No problem. Sir, Abu, would you like something like Moet champagne? Say, sir, you are Ranka Dede. Say, Gobe Magida. Abu didn't know that they are picking his pocket. Now, when Abu moved away, Abu will realize that, now, even if they will ever give you champagne, we didn't know. They said hoodlums, EndSARS, okay, when EndSARS happened, right? They now made a mistake. When EndSARS was going on, the organizers, the people organizing EndSARS, they were feeding people. Because hunger day, some people decided to go to the protest, then go chop breakfast, chop lunch, chop dinner. They will dance. They will do everything. I vent their anger, and everybody will go home. By 6 a.m., 7 a.m., people don't the trek, go Lekki toll gate. People not the trek, go Alausa. We no go agree. Very soon, early in the morning, the van will just arrive. They will start giving food. We know energy. People didn't have any means to go and break shop. They didn't have any reason to go and break house. They didn't have any reason to go and break warehouse. Everything was fine. For 3 weeks, we were alive. The people didn't break into people's palaces. They didn't break into anywhere. They just go to protest ground. They will collect anything we then give them there. People will get injured. They are getting medical care. Somebody we don't get typhoid before. We don't use shakpa. Enter protest ground. They can't shoot tear gas. As they run, it can't fall. Ambulance come. They do check. They say, this is your bruise. This is your test. How about you get typhoid? You get malaria. Use this one. Use this medicine. Are you coming here tomorrow? We will treat you for 1 week for free. Are you coming tomorrow? Yes, I'm coming tomorrow. So tomorrow, you know that you are not just going to protest. You are going to get medical attention. Somebody's going to check you for free. Something your government denies you. So there was no reason to go and attack anybody or rob anybody. No report of such. People were giving food to policemen. They were giving water, giving juice to policemen. Police were waiting just like that. No protest, until the criminals in Bodilon became uncomfortable. What did they do? They went to Agege, they activated all their local terrorists. Do you know that Lagos Agbero are terrorists, Abi? Do you know? If your uncle is one of those Agberos, and you are like, no, they are not. They are gentlemen. Now it's Nigeria that turned them to that. You be mumu. You they call other people mumu. You be mumu. Shey our mumu know too much. People who go out to forcefully extort you of money. People who, whenever they start their violence, that can take your life. And they are untouchable because, they back the government and the government backs them. Do you not know that they are terrorists? All the guns they have to intimidate you, shooting. They don't start to K2 boys don't start to hey Onipan don't go Wala don't start for Onipan no don't go Onipan no untouchable boys are fighting no hey don't go Juelegba oh they don't start to those boys are untouchable. What is the difference between them and those who broke into prison to free prisoners? Are they not untouchable? Are they not local terrorists? Or is it because they are speaking Egba? They are speaking Ijebu? Or they are speaking Eko, Ngbati timide, Debi timide, and all of that, Abi. So you don't see them as terrorists, Abi. People who have guns. And if they come to your house, it will be, and you can, all of a sudden, you can begin to fight for your life, praying between life and death when you meet them. You know them now, when they start. What's the difference? You don't see them as terrorists, Abi. It's all right. Now, so they don't see these terrorists as terrorists when they were working for politicians in Zamfara, when they were working for politicians in Borno, working for politicians in all these places, and winning election and rigging elections for them. Promising them that once they win election, they will give them Sharia. They will give them Sharia. And the Sharia they promised them, where you no believe. Now them they kill us now. They say we have to take the Sharia. So you don't believe that MC Olueran and co, they are terrorists. You don't know that they are local terrorists, Abi? Don't worry. You will begin to understand the full meaning of terrorism because that was what they did during the EndSARS. They called the National Road Transport Workers, NURTW, at the national level. And they gave the command that they are the only ones who have the ready-made army in Yoruba land that can be unleashed on different protesters simultaneously, and police can stay away. I reported it to 24 hours after that. All the thugs from Agege, all the thugs from Unipan, all the thugs from Isaleko, they brought all of them together, and you have you saw the videos too. That was when people couldn't go to protest any longer. And that was when people discovered palliative warehouse. Hey! Oh, by the way, to food today, yeah, oh. They said now COVID-19 palliative. So food day. And una no give us food all this while. People started hunting for warehouses. People started walking about like hunting. No joke. It turned riots like a new protest all over Nigeria. People started walking. If they see warehouse, they'll say, Baba, this place, they have locked this place up for the past 5 months. Are you sure palliative no dey inside here? To the point that the whole thing spread all over the country. And like magic, people started discovering food, discovering this, discovering that. Now waiting led people to Oba of Lagos house. Sorry for that long story. I had to tell you. I had to link it that long and bring you back to what Malami said when he said last year it was the IPOB that attacked Oba of Lagos Palace. It was IPOB that burned down BRT buses. It was IPOB that did this and did that to gaslight them. And the Buhari idiots in Yoruba land, the Lagos Abobakus, the born to suffer head humble slaves. Food done ready. Malami don't bring food. Moku chop the Igbos. But before you start chopping the Igbos, I have some videos to share with you. You want to know what happened inside the Oba of Lagoon, Akinolu of Eko? Do you want to know what happened that day? Now, these boys, in their own way, they have been targeting him. They said, when Baba Oyekon was alive, the then Oba of Lagos, the children around Iga, around the palace, they had free access into the palace. They said Baba will just sit on his balcony and he will be watching all the young kids playing football in front of the palace. They said that's how Baba relax. Immediately, Oba of Lagoon, appointed by Tifnumbu, the former police officer, pickpockets, became the governor of Lagos. Became the Oba of Lagos. He ridiculed that stool. For so many reasons that some of you will know, that guy, Oba of Lagos. Some people will say, Maiyegun, you need to respect Oriade. Oriade Daru, Atiwa Oriade. Do you want to tell yourselves the truth? In Yoruba land, where I know the culture very well. Oba like Oba Lagoon, Akinolu of Eko, Yorubas would have told him to go and open calabash within 7 days. Yorubas, we revere our kings a lot, okay? But at the same time, we have something called checks and balances. To us in Yoruba land, to become a king, if you pass through all the rigors of becoming crowned and becoming a king, you will eventually have become so closer to the deities that you will become nobody's boy, nobody's boy, nobody's crumb eater or ass licker. You have no right to be. But you know what? In Yoruba land today, if you no get any political link, Baba, even if you be Oduduwa descendant, like directly from Oduduwa himself, you cannot become any king in Yoruba land. We have political kings everywhere now. Therefore, when they talk, you'll be asking yourself, shit, this one a king? Oh my God. But they have done it to the point that they have told me and you, we can't do anything about it. Oba Alashekel Jurisha, that's a lie. In Yoruba land, if a king becomes subordinate of other criminals harming the society, and he's not even hiding it, he is a political Oba, brought ridicule to the seat of Oba of Lagos. Normally, they would have told him to go and open calabash and kill himself. That's what they should have done to Akinolu. And that is why somebody like myself who know the real tradition and culture of Yoruba, I will be pretend to say, and all of that thing that all of you will do. You are doing Moyika to Moyika Osi for somebody who has stamped on the real deities that made him that king. And this is me, just being honest. You don't even have to like it. It's up to you. But again, you should also not change the story. That's not what happened. IPOB no be those who enter the palace. Now, those children from around Iga, those children from Isaleko, whose parents told them about Oba Oyekon and how it used to be. Akinolu built fence. The place that the children are playing usually play football. Akinolu built swimming pool there. He fenced it. Now, to go into the palace, that one alone, now by special invitation. That's why it's always Miss Yanning when he finish with his drink or whatever inside the palace. As a former police officer, thinking he's talking like a disciplinarian when he's actually a bag of, complicit for him. They were the people who revolted. At first, for you to know, when these children enter, before they go for the old paparazzi, now the palliative they found corona palliative inside Akinolu's warehouse. Not just that, they found so many other things like medical programs, like if you take medical outreach to any part of Nigeria, you will go and meet the king. You go and meet traditional rulers. They will give you pass before you can then give those things to poor people. Some of them will say, give it to us. We will send people to share them. This place, you cannot just go anywhere. All these boys, they will ask you to pay money. Give it to us. Akiolu was storing things that were meant for poor people inside the Saleko. It was corona hunger that pushed people into the palace. The day they went to the palace, the military, Nigerian military, they rescued him. They took Akiolu out. Because the children that went there, they went for food, medical supply. They said they found money inside coffin. All right? All of these things, at least we are still alive. Moke will tell the children they are going to lie to. Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them mislead you. Don't let them make you fight a battle for them. The same battle they are ready to kill you in. You are a young person. These criminals, they don't represent you. Let's go back to Lagos. That fateful day, now the seats, the boys first grab.
Ogi, man, I see everything. You don't shop them. Above Lagos. You don't shop them, everything. Everything. Nothing. You don't shop everything. What do you think about Lagos? Oh, everything, everybody. You don't see, you don't enter me pool. Where? Everything we got, we can swim inside the pool, yeah. Everybody they enjoy, no wala.
Did you hear Uche? What it be swim in Biafra? Somebody should type it there. I want to say it on the video. What is swim in Biafra, in Igbo? Did you hear him say that? He said, where? Anyway, I've got a few others. Here is another one. And I'm sharing this with you because this is what really happened a year ago when these people discovered their food inside Akiolu's palace in Lagos. Here is another one. Shebi, you heard the commentary as well. Those are the people living around the palace that discovered their food inside the Akiolu's palace. Food that were supposed to share, they should have shared the food to them, right? Here is another one. I mean, I have a lot. Did you see that? I have another one. I mean, this guy's even carried Akiolu's staff of office. And within few minutes, that staff of office was displayed on Gigi.com. For anybody who want to buy the staff of office of Oba Akiolu, whoever want to buy the shoe of Oba of Lagos, those were the boys from Isaleko. They are not boys from Aba. They are not boys from Anambra. They are not boys from Biafra. They are not boys from anywhere. They are not even boys from Ogun State. They are people living around the place who have been watching Akiolu steal from them. That's the word. Stole from them. Here is another one.
I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe this is happening. I can't just believe it. I can't believe it.
Did you see IPOB? Did you? No, I'm just, it's a rhetorical question. You don't need to answer me, okay? But you didn't see any IPOB, did you? I hope you are following me. Here is another one again as well. When the boys decided to show the whole Lagos that this is the new Oba of Lagos. Do you see that? Those are boys from Isaleko. Where did Malami see IPOB in Lagos? Other than just to tell you in Lagos, since they know that Tifnumbu and Co, they are also, they are also surviving through the division of this tribal division of a thing. That's why they are sustaining themselves. His wife publicly said, "We don't like you, Igbos. We don't trust you." She said it. So where else do you think it will work better to trigger Igbos and Yorubas to begin to clash and fight themselves because a terrorist forgiver, a terrorist pardoner, Malami, is telling us that IPOB, burnt Oba of Lagos Palace. If the motive is not just to set us up and then in the process, unleash unknown gunmen on us, start killing our people, breaking into prisons, and turn around to say it's because of the Igbos and Association of Yorubas and Igbos. That is the reason why you have insecurity in Yoruba land. So what I have been telling you will now come to pass. That whatever they are doing to Biafrans today, if you pay attention very well, they will do it to all of us. Because whatever Biafrans are standing and fighting for, you will also find yourselves fighting for same soon. Because you are fighting the same criminals, using the same workbook. But if you are not paying attention, 2023, we have to be this, we have to be that. You will be consumed by what you have no idea that is coming. But I am telling you now, free of charge. This is the intention. The facility they broke into in Oyo today to break Iskilu, Wakili, the leader of the Fulani terrorists in the Gongon area, and Ibarapa Mejeje. Amotekun went there through an operation and they caught him. Well, what am I saying? It's not even Amotekun. Thank God it was the OPC led by Iba Gani Adams who gave the command. And they went after Iskili Wakili. And they brought him and others to Ibadan for prosecution. They handed him over to the police. As they were handing him over to the police arrested them. That who gave them the right to go on such operation to arrest Wakili. However, it's already public. What should we do? We'll keep him in prison, and there will be no other court appearances for him. Then when time is right, it's people who come and break him out. Listen, I don't have my details yet. But what we heard now is that it was one of those inside that prison they broke into in Oyo. And we want the government to come and tell us. And if he's still there and he's not the ones they freed, they should give us his image, a recent image of him inside that prison. Because you see, those who arrested this man, those guys spent over 4 months in prison. Police locked them up for over 4 months for going after him. Before they finally released them. Now, we are hearing that he's been broken out of prison in Yoruba land. And are you not counting the days? The days of unknown gunmen. I remember, just about 3 or 4 months ago, they tried to drop the same propaganda. Oh, we are ready. We heard the reports that unknown gunmen IPOB, they are coming to Yoruba land. And people were like, for what? To come and do what? In Yoruba land, to come and get Biafra in Yoruba. That doesn't even make any sense. But somehow, they decided to, they said, no, they be like, say, this one will not fly. Now, Malami is giving them the idea, and we are saying it to you. Don't believe them. It is their way to get you busy, why they lie to you, and on the other hand, they unleash the terrorists on you. Because to them, these Fulani terrorists are not terrorists. They are just simple criminals. Just simple criminals doing business, kidnapping people. They are not planning to break up Nigeria. Since the Yorubas will not give the lands to support Ruga, then whatever you see, make you take them like that. That is exactly what Bokohari and gang are offering us. And they will do anything to set us up. Now, this you see, those who are the victims today, Sunday Igboho, in the face of the law as we speak, has no case to answer. There is already existing court judgment that says that Nigeria should stop harassing him. They should stop attacking him. And in fact, for what they did, they awarded 2 billion naira penalty to Nigeria to pay to Sunday Igboho for going to his house and doing what they did in his army at his house. Nigeria, Malami hasn't responded. Is already activating another killing spree, introducing us in Yoruba land to unknown gunmen, and turn around to tell you the unknown gunmen is this person, is that person, and their radio station, their TV station. They will continue to repeat that, not knowing that even those of them they are giving money to, or they will give money to go and spread those lies and lie to millions of people in Yoruba land. They are going to be victims too. You're going to get kidnapped. Kidnappers don't care if you're a journalist or whether you're a carpenter. They don't give a damn. Look at this girl. I remember saying, waiting then they give you, where you could say you won't go serve in northern Nigeria today. This young lady, this girl, possibly never watches Maiyegun's diary Politico. Right? She went for service. And she's been kidnapped already. So the latest we heard now is that they have to pay 2 million naira, or else they are going to marry her off to another jihadist. And that's the end of it. They cannot get her back again. So we are praying now that they will be able to pay 2 million naira. Wait till she go find for Zamfara. She know they read news. So if they pay you to go and spread lies and tell people that the danger we are warning them about is not real, and you help them spread the lies and propaganda of Malami, they will take you or somebody you know. The reality will set in. The money they will pay you will not pay for it. That is why you better kind of tell yourselves the truth. They have divided Nigeria already. They are so dead, cocksure, that this is the end of it. If not, even if they cause people, is it not enough now for people who claim to be intelligent to say, you know what? Let's say this whole thing done the bust. Nigeria don't they go on blaze? Can't we just reverse it and reduce all this whole thing? Can't we just stop all this whole thing by arresting this crime and let people just start feeling calm again? But my own answer is this. They have told you they don't trust you for the power to come back to you. They have programmed everything to let you know that if you go into election tomorrow, the North will elect Northerner, the South can elect whoever they want. And if that's the case, no, so be it. They are telling you that. And because of that, because they don't care about any consequences that some of you are waiting that when they leave power, maybe then they don't care. Because the power is not coming to somebody who is going to do what you think they would do. I mean, that person will do. So is Nigeria not divided? When they tell you that you can't discuss this whole issue, you can't. They were even proposing to try Nnamdi Kanu in secret trial so that you can just read the headline. Nnamdi Kanu has been sentenced to. Do you understand? Because they don't care. until you care. And when I say care now, I'm talking to those of you who are the elites who thinks this whole thing won't get to you. You figured it out, Abi. You can easily jump into the plane. Boom. Trust me, you figured nothing out. We have been surrounded already. Everybody is just waiting for his own turn. What is the breaking news going to be tomorrow? And who is that victim going to be? Yesterday's survivors. They are today's victims. Today's survivors are the potential tomorrow's victim. It is a turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited. If there's anything they have managed to democratize, it is the suffering, the misery, and the terrorism that cares nothing about anyone. And if you look at how they are reacting to when Nnamdi Kanu was in court yesterday, they felt like as long as Omoyele Sowore is talking about revolution, they can always, contain him. You know what I mean? But the moment Omoyele Sowore begin to meet with other people who are indeed fed up with Nigeria, that is unacceptable. And they actually brought bomb and guns to attack Omoyele Sowore at Nnamdi Kanu's trial. What does that tell you? Because they can see that unity of a thing that everybody is talking about, dreaming about, why can't everybody come together? Why can't everybody just talk together? Why can't everybody work together? This and that. It's like this whole thing is beginning to happen. And they didn't feel likely. They would have killed Omoyele Sowore in Abuja yesterday. But I'm very happy with the response, the reaction that followed from our Biafran brothers towards this whole thing, the support they gave to Omoyele Sowore, the acceptance that so many of them are beginning to now welcome, knowing that we are all in this together. I cherish this. But for your own view, this happened to Sowore in Abuja yesterday.
If people are not present in court, it's not the court of law. That's why they put seats there. The judge sits and the public observes. And
other people who can also learn.
You don't need to explain that to anybody. Everything is just made too complex in this country. You don't have to make things complex for yourself. Whether you like it or not, Buhari will be gone in another few days, weeks. I will remain here with police, SSS, and the rest of you. You need to increase your salary because you're also.
We are old past you.
No, we are not here to
argue at age. Don't tell me to be a kid here.
Please ask the person who has the least to talk to. Don't take it personal.
I said, let him find out. I'm not a human being.
Bring the person now.
How should I bring it?
Okay, you don't want to bring it, then let another person come bring it. This uniform is not the license to insult people. I mean, I came to court.
You that boycott me, are you not a part of
I didn't boycott you. You said you're going to look for the uniform.
I said, let me call him.
Okay.
You can't you wait for me?
I can't wait. I can't wait for my rights.
Which one for your right?
My fundamental human right.
So let them go there and check this. That's why I said it's check.
Okay, so fine.
Jim, look at the police. Look at the people. Look at the people. What is here? Look at.
They're not doing their work. They're not even doing their work. They're just doing their peace. And they're not even doing their work.
Now then go bring them. Now then go bring them.
Look at one Nigeria. Mistake is when it is done by the owner. Mistake is always forgivable when it is done by the owner.
They wanted to kill him. And trust me, there are many of them on social media that are waiting for a time they can grab Sowore and kill him. Most of the time when they see him one-on-one, they can't actually do anything other than possibility of causing a riot so that they can stab him and, you know, possibly kill him. They are waiting for that time. And their anger is about to explode even more. You know why? Sowore and many other people are beginning to realize that indeed, except we come together, except we see the danger we are in, whether you are for Biafra, whether you are for Yoruba Nation, whether you are even for the Southern Solidarity, whether you are for breakup or you are for revolution, you are for anything you are for, the current arrangement in Nigeria doesn't support any of them. According to them, it is a gang up against the North. So everybody will need to begin to understand their own, you know, your barrier. And the people you want to fight, they have nationalized their agenda. So if you think you are fighting or fighting back the Fulani terrorists, in fact, you are fighting the Nigerian military. They received the another 6 to Kano or to Kano jets. America had to give them the warning, which I believe they will violate anyway. You give a madman, you give madman gun. You can't tell them, say, may follow the rules. Which rule? We warned, don't give them these weapons. They don't use them on terrorists. They use them on civilians. They use them on people asking for referendum. Innocent people being killed and called terrorists. That's what they use them on. According to what we heard, they said that the plane they received, they have told them that they must never use those planes in the southern Nigeria. The America knows that. America warned, they said, the Al-Qaeda and the Taliban, they will take over southern Nigeria from 2019. They have been there before 2015. They are just waiting to be activated. They can break prison. They can break anywhere. And those are the news we are going to be having to live with as you go into December. And then as you go into 2022. America warned us that all they need now is just what? It's just to activate them. So if you fight them, you are fighting government. Now, America said they should not use those planes in southern Nigeria. We hear you. But you and me, no, Abi. However, what I'm trying to say here is this. If you think you can save Nigeria by believing the liars who told you once that they were coming to save you, today, you are now praying in between, falling into the hands of kidnappers or just falling into the hands of armed robbers. Which would you prefer? As the future becomes bleak and bleak and bleak, the economy continues to go into negative and negative, your naira continues to crash and further and further. Where is that future of that Nigeria they want to promise you this time around? It's up to you. You believe what you believe in. To my friends who took time out to join me tonight, thank you very much for joining me, by the way. Tomorrow is Sunday, where we're going to have our Sunday sermon. Don't miss that. It will be a continuation on the expose of what really happened in Oyo State, the prison they broke. If we find out that indeed Wakili has escaped and it's not one of those 300 they said they have arrested back, I will give you the update from tomorrow. To my friends on YouTube, remember, before you go, don't forget your offerings. That like, drop it. Click like there before you go. You and I are going to see tomorrow on Sunday sermon. To my friends on Facebook, it seems that Facebook allowed you to see me more tonight. Many of you received the notification and you joined. That's fantastic. Hopefully you check your notification and check if you still have that set to on. Check your notification if you are watching me on Facebook. Even check if you are still probably following Maiyegun. If you are not, that's Facebook. They did that. They reduced my reach by over 80%. Many of you got kicked out of the platform by Facebook themselves. And many of you will never receive notification when Maiyegun is live, except somebody shared the broadcast and you see that. So check that your notification if you are watching me on Facebook. Check if you are still if you still like or following Maiyegun's Diary Politico. And also go on to my YouTube channel, right? It's the same name, Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Click and subscribe on there. Set your notification. If you miss Facebook, you will never miss YouTube. If you miss ball, you will never miss leg. For those who understand what I mean. I'm going to see you tomorrow. Until then, good night.
súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í.
Maiyegun ti dé.